Hello and welcome to this edition of Fun Sports Update. We begin with football, and it was a sad weekend for Nigerian club sides as two Nigerian teams crashed out of the CAF Champions League. Remo Stars of Ikenne were bundled out by Medeama SC of Ghana 3-2 on penalties after winning the second leg match 1-0 at the Ikenne Stadium in Ogun State. They had earlier lost the first leg by the same scoreline, but sadly they couldn't make it count as they lost on penalties to the Ghanaian side. It was another very bitter experience for Nigerian League champions Enyimba of Aba as they were held to a goalless draw by alight of Benghazi, Libya in Abia State, southeast Nigeria. They had earlier lost the first leg 4-3 but could not make their home advantage count as they were held down by the resilient North Africans. It means no Nigerian team is left to challenge for the CAF Champions League. It wasn't all a sad weekend for Nigeria as CAF Confederations campaigners and FA Cup champions Bendel Insurance of Benin proceeded to the second round after battling against their Algerian opponents and winning on penalties. They will now face FC Bekane. Rivers United of Port Harcourt drew a bye and will take on their opponents in the second round. Still talking football, but this time outside the shores of Africa. Taiwo Awoniyi has now scored 7 consecutive Premier League goals in the English Premier League. This achievement has placed him alongside Mohamed Salah and Emmanuel Adebayo as one of the only 3 African players to achieve this feat. Nottingham Forest is set to bid for Leicester City's Wilfred Ndidi. Personal terms have been agreed and negotiations will now start between the two club sides. Ndidi got relegated with the Foxes following an abysmal campaign last season. In Italy, Victor Oshimen scored his 100th club career goal from a penalty as Italian champions Napoli beat Sassuolo 2-0 in a Serie A encounter. He also received the award for finishing Serie A top scorer last season. Let's turn away from football to basketball. South Sudan celebrated wildly after beating China for their first ever global victory at the ongoing FIBA World Cup in Japan and the Philippines. But the Africans insist their journey at the World Cup is far from over. It was also a sweet moment for Africa as another debutante, Cape Verde, made history as they defeated Venezuela 81-75. Hopes are high that the Blue Sharks could make the knockout rounds. In boxing, Nigerian boxer Efe Ajagba settled for a disqualification win against unbeaten prospect Zan Kuzabowski, who was disqualified after an absurdly excessive amount of low blows. The visiting Kazakh heavyweight was deducted 2 points in round 3 and ultimately tossed by referee Chris Flores. Finally, in athletics, the 2023 World Athletics Championship in Budapest, Hungary ended with Team Nigeria returning home without a medal after the country's contingent failed to make it to the podium. World champion and world record holder Tobi Amusan could not defend her title. Despite this sad outing, Tobi Amusan assured Nigerians that the Olympic Games will be a different prospect as all athletes will be ready to give their best for the green and white green. And that's it for this edition of Fun Sports Update. Continue to like, share and subscribe to this channel, not forgetting our social media handles and website. That's www.von.gov.ng. Till next time, it's bye for now.